Today, the moon enters Virgo from where it has been in Leo the last couple of days. The moon is waxing, getting bigger each night as we head toward the first quarter. So we are moving outward and learning and exploring and experimenting and trying things as we discover more about how to care for ourselves and the people around us. We're in the Cancer moon cycle, so themes of self-care, prioritizing caring because why? Why do we prioritize caring? Why, right? That's a good question these days. We prioritize caring because it helps us be better people. It's it's really not that hard. When we prioritize caring, everybody benefits, right? When we prioritize caring for ourselves, we benefit. When we prioritize caring for others, the world benefits, all people benefit, right? It helps us indirectly or people we know. So themes of caring. And as the moon goes into Virgo today, we get to remember that it's not just about us. I'm Marina Orms here with your Astro Vibe for Tuesday, July 9th, as we step into the Virgo energy, grounding from the Leo energy that's creative and expressive and movement oriented, moving things outward. We step into, or the moon moves into Virgo, where we shift gears, right? So bringing it down to earth a little bit more, some reminders of where we need to refine things, where we need to get a little bit more attentive to the details and how something is coming across, and where we might make some modifications to improve. And remembering that Virgo can bring in, a Virgo moon can bring in feelings and thoughts of self-criticism. So if you're the kind of person who deals with a critical voice, a self-judgment, right, which is, it's in the air of our society. So we live in a culture that tells us to be self-critical. So we pick up on that, and it feeds our own self-criticism and our own self-judgment. So remembering that self-criticism is not helpful, is if it is making us feel bad about ourselves or reinforcing things that are imperfect or wrong or not good about ourselves. And when we remember that we are perfect, we are absolutely perfect. You are perfect just the way you are. You came into this world perfect, because by definition, you're here to be yourself. And so who you are is perfect. Okay, so how does Virgo help us then? Virgo reminds us that, hey, there are things we care about. There are ways we can be of service. There are ways we can make things more beautiful, more helpful, more caring. And so thinking about caring in the world and the Cancer moon cycle, which is about caring and self-care, we can look at what needs to change, right? What we can improve upon, how we can make things better in terms of how we show up. And yesterday I was talking about communication with Mercury in Leo. Mercury is the planet of communication, voice, mental processing, thinking, ideas, and what we need to communicate. So now, as we shift into the Virgo energy, we need to look at, okay, how can we make that even better? How could, if you splash the paint on the canvas with the moon in Leo, now you get to look at it and go, okay, maybe it needs a little more here or a little less there, or maybe I could start over and have it be, based on what I've learned, how do I want to improve upon it? So remembering that it's not just about you, but how humility helps you serve the greater good. We are thinking about not self-criticism, not self-judgment, not being hard on ourselves or not being good at seeing ourselves as not good enough, but really on how our recognition that we are part of a bigger system, a bigger process, a bigger environment. And when we have the humility to recognize that it's not just about us, but how we show up for others, how we show up for ourselves as well, that humility allows us to be of service to the healing of the whole and the greater good. So self-judgment, self-criticism can shift to saying, hey, this is not about me. This is about the greater good. It's about how I am being of service to the greater good. I am perfect just as I am. I was born perfect. You were born perfect. We were all born to be who we are. So if you are who you are, then you're perfect by definition. So anything you want to play with and create and show up for and be part of in the world is, that's noticing where that is its power. Virgo is magic. Virgo is the power to make things the way we want them, right? So recognizing where something could be fixed or could be better or could be improved upon is power. It is the ability to make things run more smoothly, the ability to bring about greater health, greater wellness, greater beauty, making our creative self-expression opportunities even better by our human ability to see what's wrong and make it better. So that Virgo opposition to Pisces. Pisces is the big picture, right? It's the universal transcendent connection with the divine. Everything is perfect and loved unconditionally with Pisces. And then Virgo says, yes, and you are in a body. You can shape things in a way that is meaningful. And we get to create, we get to work with form and physicality and health and healing and improvement in the experience of the world. So thinking about Virgo, thinking about how it's not about you, how you are part of the greater whole and part of the healing process, part of making your life and the world a better place. So showing up positively in ways that Virgo is helping us to improve, as opposed to how it's just making us see what's wrong. Thanks so much for being here. I'm Marina Orms, and you can learn more about me. And if you're at astrologyheals.com, and if you are interested in having a reading of your own chart, looking at how you can participate in creating a future that serves the wellness and healing of the whole and all beings, check it out, because I have a Boosting Freedom and Democracy reading that will look at your very own chart from that perspective. So this is a specific special offer recorded reading where I will look at your chart and tell you what I see in terms of the outer planets and transits and how you can show up in the best way possible from what I see in your chart to be that force for healing and good and serving the greater good in the world. Check it out. The link is in the description for this video. It's also on my website, astrologyheals.com. Thanks for being here. Thanks for subscribing. Thank you for all your support as I continue to do what I'm passionate about and share this information with you. I'm Marina Orms, and I will see you next time with more astrology for unshakable self-care. Bye for now.